never forget this day.
Well, I don't even know what to say. Hi, my name is Axel and I am from Glow Up Season 5. Feels very weird to say that. After centuries of applying for that show, I'm finally here and I'm super excited about it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. The first creative brief is called Secrets Untold. I remember getting this brief first and, well, not first, we all get it at the same time. I'm not saying that I'm special or anything, but I do remember getting it. The funny thing about me is that when I was auditioning for the show, I already came up with several different concepts of what I wanted to do before the show even started. And I thought to myself, well, if I come up with the concepts now, I can just kind of like cram them into whatever creative brief they give us. So I had this idea of creating like this demon monster that I wanted to do for a while, and to make it like a mental health demon, because your gal does struggle, okay? God, I look insane. I do struggle with my own mental health occasionally, and I thought it might be a good thing to show on national television. So what I'm doing here is, like, obviously on the show you got to see that I applied a bald cap. I am not made of money. So the bald caps that we use on the show are called Glaxon bald caps. They are very expensive and I don't have money to spend on that type of expensive bald cap, so I make my own latex bald caps, which are not as bad, but they are a little bit trickier and they're a little bit more difficult to make appear seamless. I think we're done. Okay, moving on. We have to wake up at some ungodly hour. Getting up around like 4 to get ready. Or at least everybody else did. I just kind of like rolled out of bed, put on a bra and was like, right, I'm ready to go. We get on the bus. Honestly, I really hoped that they were gonna do something like prosthetic straight off the bat, but nope, they didn't. It was Bridgerton. Now here's the thing about Bridgerton, right? I'm actually a fan. Like, I do watch the show. But like, from a makeup point of view, I was like, oh god, this is not what I do. Right, next we're doing is the horns. These horns, by the way, making them was insanely difficult. I also just didn't know what to expect from them or what to do with them. I was kind of in two minds about blending them into the skin, but I suppose I just kind of wanted them to be appliques. Also, something I will say is that the way these horns were sticking on within an inch of their life.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I was so happy that it stayed down long enough for it to get the photo, because I was really worried it wasn't gonna. Again, these edges are gonna be clumpy, but due to the fact that it's such a textured paint job, it shouldn't be too much of a struggle bus, right? And we're doing the creative brief. We walk in there and I find my chair before I look at the red chairs, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not in the red chair. Thank god. Thank the good lord that at least within the first episode, I'm not in the red chair. When I first walked in there, I thought the place looked huge. Oh, symmetry is not my friend. Yeah, both of these horns are very unsymmetrical, but you know what? In real life, things are unsymmetrical, so leave me alone. He's got a wonky horn. Leave him alone. I really did not expect myself to be as freaked out being in the creative brief room as much as I did, because I literally was so like petrified. And then it's caused me to like make really silly mistakes that I just immediately forgot about putting on my cheek prosthetics. So then like halfway through, I then put them on thinking, oh, well, you can kind of make them work. And then it really did not work. And it was at this point that I started like feeling like I was going to like go home. When you start having those like feelings of doubt, it's like game over. And then eventually when I finished up, I was like, right, okay, for what you were doing, it seemed actually okay. It turned out all right. Okay, so that's all these very, very questionable latex pieces stuck down. So let's start painting, shall we? So on the show, I literally just based everything out in like white. The creative brief finishes. I didn't really feel like I had done badly, but at the same time, looking around the room, I really couldn't spot who the booger was. I did feel like everybody did a really good job, and I was just like, if you can't spot the booger. And I was just like very, very stressed about that because I was like, this could really go anyway. It's obviously critique and we're all like, we've all kind of accepted like being the fact and we just need to, we're there, just need to enjoy it, whatever. And we go in and we sit down and they finally start going through critiques. And one by one, you know, everybody's getting great critiques and I'm still yet to go up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, you are the booger. You're the one that's going to get bad critiques here. You're the one that's going to get sent home. Finally, pull me up. And luckily, it's good critiques. The next thing to do after you've got your base white down is to just set it with a translucent powder. So what I am doing is I am taking different body paints. I'm taking a white right now and I'm splattering it all over my face. This is going to give me like a more organic skin texture-y look, and it also helps blend together some of the questionable prosthetics we have on our face today. Oh, we're looking gorgeous. Now we're going to go in with the grey. And as you can see, like the edges are not as stark and horrible anymore, and we've got a little bit of contouring in the face. So now that that part is finito, let's get on to etching out the eye. Okie dokes, wow. This zoomed up is very interesting. I'm gonna take a very lime sickly green eyeshadow, not with that brush, that's a terrible brush, Axel, don't use that brush. And I'm just gonna sketch in this shape. Now, the shape that I was going for this look was a really exaggerated kind of like sad eye. So I wanted to start it low and like have it go right up into the brow bone and have it super blown out. So it blends in with all the veining that we're gonna do. And then I just kind of wanted to wing it out too. Boom, sexy. Right, moving on. Very, very green. I've got some indigestion that's happening today. It's no very anti-slave fierce mum work queen. Don't know what that's about. Right, we're gonna take a deeper green and we're gonna throw it into the socket line. To continue on the eye, what I'm doing is I'm putting a deeper shade of green in there and then finally blending it down to a black. And I'm just gonna take the black and etch it around the shape that we've got going on here to make this look a little bit more dynamic. I'm gonna paint in an inner corner because, you know, sometimes demons like to look fierce, so it's happening. Okay, so that is us done for the makeup part of this. I'm gonna go quickly change and get into something that's a little bit more, I don't know, not a tank top. Yeah, and I'll be right back. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first creative brief, Secrets Untold makeup look from Glow Up Season 5. I just really hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves, and yeah. Is there anything else I need to say? I'll be fine, they'll figure it out.